My name is Trey Mangum, and this is Shadow and Act's Opening Act. Each week we sit down with some of your favorite black creatives in Hollywood to discuss how they made it in the entertainment industry. This week we're talking to Tiffany Haddish. Haddish is of course known for her roles in Girls Trip and The Carmichael Show. After these roles, she catapulted to fame and has become a household name ever since. Though she's known most as a comedian, she's definitely gotten into more dramatic roles over the last few years. She starred in The Kitchen, Here Today, and will soon be seen in The Card Counter, which she will star in opposite Oscar Issac. She's also been hosting several shows. She's the host of CBS's Kids Say the Darndest Things and is hosting TBS's Friday Night Vibes. We asked Tiffany about all of these recent hosting gigs and if she thought she would be doing so much of this as her career expanded.
Yeah, well, you know, when I was younger, I used to have my own little show. Do you remember Star Search?
Yes, of course.
You remember how Eggman Man would be like giving all these people a chance to show their talents? Like that's something first of all, I always wanted to be on Star Search. And I always wanted to be that person that's like giving someone an opportunity to share their talent. And I also wanted to be the person that was getting a chance to share their talent, right? So like what better way to do that than like have like a variety show of some sort. So when they approached me about Kids Say the Darndest Things, I was like, oh, this is great because it'll be kids. Well, they'll be talking about themselves, talking about their talents, talking about what they know. And this is a way for society to be able to see where we stand. Like where's our future going? Because, you know, the kids are really a great barometer to see like where we're headed to because they are absorbing everything that's going on around them. And to listen to them is so good, right? And then I get to show a little bit of my talent. They're showing me what they can do. I show them what I can do. And so it's super fun. And then when, you know, everybody started talking about, oh, Tiffany's taking over the Ellen show. And I'm like, what? No, I'm not doing that.
That was a big rumor that everybody was saying that.
Yeah, that's what the streets be talking a lot, right? The streets be talking, but actions speak louder than words. I'm a big firm believer in that. And a lot of times, you know, I was literally going over all the different press releases over the last 3 years. And, you know, like maybe 6 of those things never happened because the streets be talking and they don't be talking to me. They don't be talking to me. Like,
they be talking to each other. They be talking to each other.
They be talking to each other. They're not talking to me, okay? Yeah. And it's like, hey, talk to me. And here go my thing. These are a lot of them things, hey, I wish I would like, you know? I would love to do a daytime talk show, but let's be honest. I'm a nighttime type of person. You done had a conversation with me before, Trey. You know what it is. Come on.
Yeah, I know what it is.
That's why I'm so excited about Friday Night Vibes because it combines my favorite things. Movies, okay? I'm a black woman. I love black movies. I love movies that star black people. And my favorite thing to do in the movies, which is what I can't wait to get back to the movies, is talk to the movies.
It's not the same when you're just sitting on your couch. I will tell you that. Right, it's not the same.
Right, but like, it is the same if you're sitting on your couch with a bunch of your friends.
Yes.
Can pause the movie and be like,
that communal.
I can't believe
that communal viewing experience.
She needs to get up out of like, okay, wait, pause. What would you do in a relationship like that? Like me and my girlfriends, we do this all the time. So I'm excited about this show, Friday Night Vibes, because we'll be watching a movie, right? The audience at home and myself and my guests. We'll be watching a movie and be like, oh man, well, don't that remind you of blah, blah, blah. And it'll be, my guests will be some celebrities. You know, people with, you know, high figure, whatever you call it, you know.
Yeah.
Some social figures. And there'll be, and my favorite part of the show is we'll have musical acts. We'll have, you know, people with talent that show up that is in relation to whatever movie is showing. So maybe we have somebody like Creed, and Creed 2 is the first movie we got coming, right? What I'm hoping is we get somebody to come in that's gonna, and I've been pushing for this, we're gonna see what happens, but I'm hoping we get like a boxing trainer, like an elite, like somebody who maybe trains Floyd Mayweather. Maybe I get Floyd Mayweather to come through. That's a friend of mine. And we do a little boxing. Like, and then I'll be like, look, I look just like Michael B. Jordan. Or, you know, maybe I get Michael B. Jordan to come in with no shirt on. Whatever happens, It's like we at my house and I get these celebrities to come through and we have a good time and we got some live entertainment. We got a DJ. So it's like a party, a movie watching party for us, for the culture. And we're talking about what's going on.
It's definitely good to get back to this.
Yeah, and it's premiering Juneteenth. So, you know, and that's super great because we get to talk about that and inform people about Juneteenth. What's crazy is I didn't even know about Juneteenth until probably about 8 years ago. Because I grew up here in Los Angeles, and not till I started traveling more and being in other places where people like me are. Like when I went to Texas or when I went to Georgia, did I even learn about Juneteenth? Because they didn't teach about it in school.
They don't teach that stuff
Here in Los Angeles. You know, they're not going to teach nothing about us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from North Carolina, and there's also a we're hearing all about the Tulsa massacre right now, and there was one in Wilmington, North Carolina. And
yes, Wilmington's lie. Oh my
gosh, and we don't learn that stuff. We don't learn that stuff in school. So I think it's good that we're getting all this education now. Like, even though it's this education through these documentaries, these programming like this, like things like this, that we're actually being informed on what Juneteenth.
Yeah, I mean, in Wilmington, what happened in Wilmington was crazy. I didn't even know there were black politicians. To me, the very first black politician I ever knew that was male was Tom Bradley, Mayor Tom Bradley of Los Angeles. And he the only black politician I knew of as a little girl. And then I read about Maxine Waters, and I was like, black women can be in office? I was in complete shock. I was in 6th grade, 12 years old, 11 years old, like, black women could be in office? I didn't even know we could do that. Like, and that just shows where society was at that time in the 90s. And now things have changed so much, and we're just moving forward, and I'm super happy about that. But I don't know if you saw the thing online with Texas in the Senate in the House.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And I was like, they are trying to wipe us out of history, trying to keep us out of the. Like, and in Texas, I heard they were trying to change slavery in the textbooks to indentured servitude.
Yeah, it's
like we volunteered to come over here to, like, no, did nobody volunteer for that job? And didn't even get paid. No, like, at least if you gave us 50 cents, $1, something. Yeah. Nothing.
And that's the reason why I think it's so important to have programming that shows what actually happened and the importance of what we do today, because there's so many stereotypes that have been about us over the years that are just totally incorrect. I watched this amazing documentary series called High on the Hog. It's about like Black American food culture, and to think of all the stuff that we went through and the fact that, like, even now we're still today fighting for this same stuff, it's like wild. And for you as an actress, and you're being more of a producer behind the scenes now as well, is that an important thing for you as a Black creative in Hollywood to try to, highlight these projects and even like star in projects like this?
Exactly. It's extremely important for me. I think it's extremely important for our culture to be able to create what I like to call generational wealth. And to be, and people are always like, somebody said to me on Instagram the other day, you always talking about generational wealth, but you ain't got no kids. What are you trying for what? And I'm like, for what? I got nieces, I got nephews. I can adopt children and have kids. Like, so shut up. I'm like, shut up. And it's not, when I work, what people fail to realize, when I say yes to a project, when I take one of my ideas, get created, that's 100 to 200 people minimum that get to work. And out of those 100 to 200 people, they have children. They need to put a roof over their head. They have to feed their kids. Those kids need to go to school. They got to go to college. And if I'm working, they're able to put their kids, get educated. It's generational wealth, not just for myself, but all the people that work with me. Mm-hmm. And so I think people are so small-minded. And our people a lot of times are small-minded. And we have to stop that and think about the big picture. When I say yes to a job, and like I got 5 projects that I want to accomplish before the end of 2022.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Those 5 projects, when I accomplish those 5 projects before the end of 2022, then I might just sit back and relax, because I'll be able to. And that will be 1,600 people at minimum that will have worked, be working, and being able to feed their kids. And my goal is to make sure they make enough money It could cover at least 1 year tuition.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
This week's Black Entertainment Trivia Fact. What was Jaden Smith's first film performance? The Pursuit of Happiness, The Karate Kid, or The Day the Earth Stood Still? Find out the answer next week on ShadowAndAct.com. I think that's why it's so important that so many creatives in Hollywood like you are, thinking outside of just the screen. Think beyond the screen as well, and what you're setting up. Like it takes just like one project that showcases us in this type of way that creates even more room for projects like that to come behind it. And I think that is so important, because we can do any genre. Speaking of Friday night vibes, I know there's going to be blockbusters, there's going to be comedies, there's going to be culturally significant movies. For you, what movies do you like to watch more? What genre do you like to watch more? And also, as an actress, what type of projects do you prefer to act in? Because you've been in your dramatic bag a little bit over the past few years. Even Dramedy too. I know Here Today came out not too long ago. You've been in the drama bag a little bit. Yeah.
I like the drama bag. I mean, I feel like for my comedy, all my comedy is based in real drama. But I find a way to make it funny, right? Find a way to take something that's really kind of hard to deal with, kind of bad, and try to figure out how to make it funny, right? It's all drama at the end of the day. It's all tragedy in some kind of way, right? The movies that I most love to watch is thrillers. I love a good thriller, a mystery. I love a good mystery.
Same.
Okay, get my mind to working. I love that. In a comedy. And then I'll jump into the drama, the violins and all this stuff. I try my best to stay away from horror films when by myself. Okay?
Yeah.
I will watch a scary movie in the daytime with 10 other people. Okay? And not in my house. Because we're not letting no demons up in here. I believe demons are real. I believe the demons are real. Especially being in this business. The devil is alive. And he definitely got minions. And they never take a day off. The devil never take a day off. This is why I continue to work. Because I'll be damned if you catch me sleeping. Yeah.
Period.
But you know who else don't take no days off? God. God works hard too. God don't take no days off either. He keep the protection around me. That's how I feel. Anyways, I'm definitely going to be jumping more into... I'm going to be jumping back and forth into the drama bag and the comedy bag of, movies when it comes to that. And some thrillers. I love a good thriller.
I do too. I like the ones that are thrillers, but they're not necessarily horror, but they're thrilling. Because the thing about me with horror is I don't mind too much, scary, but I don't like blood. So anything that involves blood, I'm just nope, I'm out. It could be scary, but when it's bloody, I'm just nah. But I could definitely see you doing some of that stuff. But also, you've also made sure to bring people along on your journey as well, your Netflix series and things like that. Over the years, you've been very forthcoming about your ascent to where you are today. But what's one thing that you think that people don't know about your journey to where you are right now that you think would surprise them?
I cry a lot. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I mostly try to do it in the shower. And when I did Here Today, and I hold it in, I don't like doing it in front of people at all. And when I worked with Billy Crystal, I worked 39 years to keep everything in, because as a black woman, you don't want to be crying out there. You don't show no weakness and all that crap. Right?
That's what they've reinforced to us over the years.
That's how you raised, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been working for years keeping that in, and then Billy made me do it in a movie, and even though it was for just a moment, I'm like, can we just fake cry? Can we just put a teardrop and let it? He's like, no, I need you to really cry. And I don't do that in front of people, unless I'm stupid, drunk, I do that in the shower. And I work very hard on keeping that to a shower situation with me and God. And then I did that movie with Billy, and he made me do it in front of the crew and everything. And I did it. And it took a minute to get it out of me, but we did it. And now I can cry at the drop of a dime in front of anybody. And I love that about me, but I kind of hate it too. So, because once they start to flow, it's hard to turn them off. But
I bet.
I turn it off. I'm learning how to turn it off. It's easier than shower, because when the water go off, the tears go off. But I'm learning.
I know we're running out of time, but I enjoyed talking with you so much, and I cannot wait. And I cannot wait to see Friday Night Vibes. You know, movies are back, and we can still like watch them, but also be in the house, but like, you know, have this communal viewing experience. Tiffany Haddish talked to us about hosting, creating opportunities, and she got vulnerable with us about something that her fans may not necessarily know about her. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Opening Act with Tiffany Haddish. Be sure to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or wherever you download your podcasts. You can watch this interview in full and catch exclusive content on lunchtable.com. All you have to do is create an account and watch other Shadowing Act content, such as Reel It Back and Shadowing Act Live. Until next time.